Huh?
It's on my computer right here.
Joining us remotely. After we have a moment of reflection, I'll lead us in the pledge to the flag. Certainly we have lots to reflect on in our country today. If you just watch the news, we're reminded of a lot of things that we need to be reflecting on. So join me if you will. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag
of the
of the
United
United
States,
States of America,
the republic
and the
for
republic
which it stands,
stands one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, justice for all. This time we'll consider the minutes of the regular meeting of December 10, 2020.
Make a motion, we accept them.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes of the December 10th meeting.
Anyone here? Hello.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. I minutes and the part where it said that Linda Cherry and Burton Young were absent, could that be reflected to say they were absent because they could not log on?
Reflected to say that you were absent, what?
We were absent because we could not log to the WebEx. We didn't have the login information to log on. Trying to, but we just couldn't.
We can make note of that, yes, ma'am.
Were y'all
Thank you.
together? Were y'all together?
No, but we were on the phone together trying to help each other out.
Joking.
Okay, I think that's enough discussion on the minutes. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved. We had a special call meeting on December the 29th, 2020, in order to administer the oath to our elected council members. I hear a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
So, second,
A motion and a second to approve those minutes. Any discussion? I will make note that the ones who were not at that meeting, they will administer the oath at a different time, but everyone has been sworn in as a council member. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Those minutes are approved. Under the mayor's report, Mr. Osborne, give us an update, please, on the recycling.
Yes, sir. Just to get everybody up to date through today, we have between 340 and 350 applicants thus far for our recycling program. We have met with Mayor Rogers, Ron Britton, and Kim Wyatt. We've laid the groundwork to get this rolling just as soon as we get the number that we need as far as building, having cans available and stuff like that. So we're going to be ready to go as soon as we get where we need to be. So far it's looking really good.
Okay. The contract has been sent to Republic. Once they approve the contract, we look at the numbers, then we feel like we'll be able to give the green light for that project to proceed. Hopefully, people will continue to sign up. Item B, I want to mention that there will be a memorial service for former Mayor Dr. Jack Rose at 11 o'clock this Saturday at the Glendale Church of Christ. 11 o'clock Saturday, a memorial service for former Mayor Rose.
Item 6, ordinance 2021-1805. Madam Clerk?
Ordinance number 2021-1805, first reading. An ordinance amending City of Murray Code of Ordinances, Chapter 93, Health and Sanitation, Subchapter 9304, City's Responsibility, Private Collectors Prohibited, specifically paragraph D1, Recycling Material, 9305, Special Collections, Charges, Denial of Services, Prohibited Items, Callback and Special Pickup, 9306, Monthly Statements, Cessation of Charge, 9308, Schedule of Fees, in order to update the current recycling rules and regulations and update current fees for collection.
Thank you. This is the first reading of this ordinance, so there will be no vote. I will ask Mr. Osborne to give a brief summary of that for you.
Yes, sir. This is a fairly simple ordinance change here. We have added in how the process will work for recycling the curbside and what the rules will be. That's in Amendment 1 there on the first page of that. It also updates the fees. Make that $15 fee for the recycling service. It explains what callback charge would be if they don't have it in the morning like they should. And also one of the really important changes is that we have also those who are disabled and live alone. If they're disabled and live alone, we're going to give them the right that we've been given senior citizen that lives alone, as far as what it costs per month. So those are the highlights of the changes. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
May I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
I'm assuming this is the case, but I don't know that anyone's asked. Do we anticipate that the recycling will be done twice a month on the same day that of the week that regular recycling would be done? It would just be twice a month instead of once a week. Like, in other words, you put out 2 on that day. Is that what we're assuming?
My understanding, Dr. Dan, is that it would be a different day from your normal trash pickup, but it'll be the same day on both weeks. So if it's Tuesday, it'll be twice a month on Tuesday.
There will be a different color container for
Right.
the recycling. All right, that's first reading of that. Second reading next month, next meeting. On your consent agenda, there are 9 items. Those items are appointing you to different committees that we have, appointing city officials to different boards that require council members to be on the board, and reappointing and appointing several people to different boards. Most of those are reappointments. There are a couple of new appointments. So is there any item on the consent agenda that you would like to pull out for discussion? If not, we'll vote on the entire consent agenda. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any other discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The consent agenda is approved. Now I have a report from Mr. Hutchmuth from the Public Works Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Public Works Committee met Monday at 3 o'clock. Members and present was Martin Christian, Jeremy Bell, Rose Elder, Dr. Dan, and Alice Rouse. One item on our agenda was to consider bids for the North Interceptor Sewer Project. This project will do many things. It will give us more capacity on the north side of town. It will eliminate some of the lift stations that we have on that side of town. This is for design work only. Currently, we have over $600,000 we had in the budget for this design work bid. Came in much lower than that. The bid came in at $363,750 by state. Bid meet specifications and they were the low bid, and the committee unanimously agreed to accept this bid. So at this time, I would make a motion that this council accept the bid from Strand Associates Incorporated for $363,750 for the North Interceptor Engineering Surface Design.
All right, you have a motion on the floor to approve the North Interceptor to proceed with the design on that project and to accept the low bid from Strand. I believe that's correct, isn't it? Yeah. I hear a second.
Second.
I hear a second.
Second.
Do you have any questions? Mr. Osborne, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I'll be glad to answer any questions anybody has. The only thing I would point out is Strand is also working with Baker Farm and Workman, which is a local company, has an office here in Murray. So, and they were the low bid. But if you have any technical questions, I've got some details.
Okay. Mr. Kutcher was at the committee meeting and there was a good discussion on the project. And so they recommend to the full council that they be allowed to proceed with the project only and award the bid to Strand. And the motion has been made and second. In favor of this, please say aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Motion is approved. Mr. Osborne, you have an announcement before we adjourn?
Yes, yes, sir. We received a request from the Planning Commission to meet with the UITC district engineer regarding high points. I think the Planning Commission has had some people approach them about some ideas. So I talked to Mayor Rogers and felt like it would probably be best if we had a joint meeting of our Transportation Committee and the Planning Commission. So if it's the pleasure of the council, we'd like to set it up at some point in the next few weeks. So Mr. Polk can come down and update us on what the plans are.
Everybody understand what Mr. Osborne was saying? He's recommending a joint committee, that those two committees meet together. Probably with that number, decision will be made on whether or not it'll be remote. I think sometimes we're able to meet in the conference room upstairs when we just meet with one committee, which only has 6 people on it. But when we get to larger groups, we'll have to talk about that.
Mayor, I'm sorry, I
Yes,
did
ma'am.
not understand which committees you're talking about meeting.
Jim?
It would be the Transportation Committee, the council Transportation Committee,
Okay,
and the Planning Commission. Yeah.
got it. Thank you.
Is there any other business to be brought before this group tonight?
I move we adjourn, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Have a motion to adjourn. Do I hear a second?
A second.
Have a motion and a second to adjourn this meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night. All in favor, please say aye.
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 All right. Forget to vote.